Hello everybody, my name's Sabrina, and today's fish of the day is the Australian lungfish. The Australian lungfish, or barramunda, known by scientific name Neoceratoes fosteri, is one of the 6 surviving lungfish of the modern world. The other 5 lungfish being scattered across the world, with one in South America and the other 4 across the continent of Africa. As the name implies, this lungfish is endemic to Australia, living in southeastern Queensland, or for those who don't know the general areas of Australia, the upper right corner of the country, living exclusively in slow-moving streams, still waters, and various waterside banks in the freshwater system. This fish is entirely nocturnal and almost entirely carnivorous. Its diet consists of frogs, larvae, bugs, plant material, earthworms, fishes, small invertebrates, and anything else it can catch. They are primarily bottom dwellers, which is where they catch all of their prey, and this lungfish has the most primitive feeding behavior among the surviving 6, as they have no tongue and position prey in the mouth with a bone called the hydroid apparatus, then killing prey by crushing it multiple times. Australian lungfish are best known for their ability to survive the dry season. Unlike African lungfish, which can survive fully in droughts by submerging themselves in a self-produced slime and going comatose until the drought ends, this Australian lungfish can only do this to a much smaller degree, rather submerging the body in mud, rising to the surface to swallow oxygen into their single dorsal lung. This lung is only supplementary, though, and the fish prefer to breathe through its 5 gills. Of the 6 lungfish, the Australian lungfish is the only one to not have 2 lungs, but rather a fold down the center of the single lung acting as a wall, which blood capillaries run through, allowing gas exchange. Unlike its African counterparts, the Australian lungfish cannot survive total water depletion. Other lungfish survive this by creating a layer of mucus around itself and living there for several years until water returns. Australian lungfish can survive several days out of water, but can't do it unless it's a moist environment. The fossil records of lungfish tell us that some of their first fossils can be found from 410 million years ago, being the closest living relatives to tetrapods. The last shared ancestor between lungfish and tetrapods was only 420 million years ago. Originally, lungfish started as marine creatures, but sometime in the Carboniferous era, the species became freshwater exclusive, around the same time that the last common ancestor to all remaining lungfish lived. Australian lungfish in particular appear to have split off about 380 million years ago, and have remained virtually unchanged from their ancestors for over 100 million years, giving them the title of living fossils. Not only, but they have remained very similar over the years. They have long lifespans for individuals as well. A captive Australian lungfish named Grandad was shown to live 108 years, give or take about 6, with the expected lifespan of wild lungfish surviving at least 20 to 25 years after they reach sexual maturity. In Australian lungfish, similar to other lungfish species in the world, sexual maturity is reached in males around 17 years and 22 years in females, making their overall lifespan almost 50 years in the wild. Australian lungfish have elaborate courting rituals consisting of 3 distinct phases. The first phase is searching, where the lungfish will make loud mating calls with its single lung. The second is called follow the leader, where males will intend to entice a female by nudging and rubbing snouts with her, often at the same time as many competitors. The last stage is where 2 lungfish will decide to lay and fertilize eggs, females producing 2 eggs per spawning season. After breeding, the eggs are left to sink in the vegetation, as the Australian is the only lungfish species that does not care for their young. And that's the Australian lungfish. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and that was your Fish of the Day.